when the battery went out on my Razer thingy. So I was like, okay, let's make another video. Meanwhile, while the thing is loading, so charging. So Darius Wright made a video about aliens, and I think it got like 300,000 views a few days ago. Maybe it already has 400,000 views. And I'm telling you, not only is he crazy, but all the people watching that video and believing in aliens, they're really fucking crazy. There are no aliens here. There are no aliens. Forget about it. There's not going to be any aliens. I'm not going to see any aliens. It's not going to be for a million years. There are no aliens here. The probability that another race exists somewhere in some galaxy, sure, 100%. But the probability that they are here on this earth or that they ever were here, zero. I'm telling you, 0.00000000000000000. It's complete bullshit. There are no aliens here. 100%. They never were. Now, we know that dinosaurs existed. Okay, we know for 100% sure that dinosaurs existed. We most probably know why they got extinct. Dinosaurs are actually not so different than us. Most of them have 2 legs or 4 legs. They have 2 eyes, 2 nostrils. The symmetry in the universe is always the same. So you do see animals which appear similar to us based on how symmetry works and how survival works and how evolution works. And I mean, orangutans and all these apes, they do seem very much like us. Gorillas, they all seem very much like us. It's not that far-fetched that we actually do evolve from apes. For whatever reason, we evolved a little bit different. Might be all kinds of things we don't know yet. But there are no aliens. You gotta honestly, you gotta be really stupid to believe in aliens. And it shows you a little bit the conscious state and the conscious state the current society is in, especially the Americans, because in Europe almost nobody believes in aliens, or very few people. In America it seems to be like the thing. It's just because it's entertainment. But Americans, from the point of view, if somebody really knows Americans, like, and you live outside of America, you recognize how fucking crazy sometimes Americans are. Yeah. Now, they like to boast that they have the best system. They don't. So, all kinds of countries are nice. It just depends, you know. Of course, some countries are super shitty. But there is this propensity in the US to really go crazy on some shit, like aliens and stuff, which in itself can be a good thing if you believe in all kinds of things without being 100% sure of it, because that allows you to consider ideas out of the box which you otherwise wouldn't, and that makes if that's ingrained in a culture, it's kind of good. And it can even cement kind of like a pioneer kind of spirit. Okay, so like, we want to see aliens, so we want to, you know, go to Mars, whatever. Or we want to know what alien tech might be like, and we want to develop it now, or something like that. You know, for young people that feel like optimistic about the future and they want to have experience all these kind of things. But in general, there are no aliens. Like, little aliens, big aliens, tiny aliens, big eyes, forget about it. There's nothing like that. And it would need a completely, like, it's not possible. It's just not possible. Forget about it. Now, what might be, but that's extremely unlikely, that there's creatures which seem very strange, which are actually from Earth that we haven't discovered yet, like somewhere in Indonesia, for example, like big rats or something. But that's it. Like, and if you believe in aliens, and that's the reason why I say Darius Wright is a complete nut job, because if he speaks about out-of-body experiences, all kinds of stuff, and then he speaks about aliens, bullshit. And you cannot half-ass this. You cannot be like, well, aliens exist, but they're not in this dimension. So you have to go into another frequency to access that dimension. Even Bashar says, who channels supposedly an alien, Daryl Anker, who channels Bashar, he even says is, don't take it word for word. Use what you can use and see what makes sense for you. What Bashar says, but in my opinion, it's all bullshit. Like even Bashar, in a sense, is bullshit. What is true is that there can be, because of this channeling, there can be some wisdom in it, and it's more like listening to a brainstorm out of the box, kind of like rant, or like a monologue, where you can then just cherry pick and say, hey, this is an interesting idea, I never thought about that. For example, the idea that as you choose a new frequency, a higher vibrating frequency, you're actually moving into like a new reality in a way that does make logical sense, even intuitive sense. It does make intuitive sense. So once you've made a decision and allowed yourself that decision, you programmed yourself to allow yourself more of those decisions. That makes sense. But there are no aliens, and there's never gonna be aliens. They've been talking about it like for 50 years. No fucking aliens. You're never gonna see any aliens. It's not happening. Forget it. Nothing. Zero. Zero, 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 zero. And you know why I say this also? Not just logically, but because I have a super high intuition, and I'm almost always right on everything. And I very intuitively, very clearly feel there are no aliens. 100% no fucking aliens.